Hello and welcome. In this week's book breakdown, I'm going to be reviewing Phil Knight's Shoe Dog. This is number 8 of my 50 book challenge that I'll be reading this year, reviewing and breaking down just for you guys. This one's going a bit different. Going to be a real quick summary or overview. As you can see, I didn't tab the pages and I didn't highlight the book all over. I was really just enjoying this one more as kind of like almost an autobiography and really letting it sink in. I'll tell you my thoughts on this book. I think it's a phenomenal book. Anyone who wants to know the story of Nike and Phil Knight should definitely read it. Anyone who's studying business or interested in business should read it. Anyone who is interested in entrepreneurship or starting a business or in the early stages of a business, this book is perfect for you. Phil Knight is a great writer. He's smart, he's funny, he's raw. So you'll get a lot of value, and I think you won't want the book to end. It's almost 400 pages long, and it tells you his story from the beginning of growing up, getting out of high school and college, and figuring out what he wants to do with his life. And instead of jumping straight into the corporate world, while he did try some jobs, he ended up going on some worldwide travels, and enjoyed himself, opened his eyes, came back home, had some thoughts to start a company, talked to his dad about it, and what do you know, he started selling some shoes. And you gotta follow the story. It goes from trials and tribulations to successes over and over and over again. What you'll find out, and you've heard this with pretty much anyone who's successful, is the road to the top is never easy. We think it's gonna be this, and it looks like this, going all crazy, and his is nothing short of that. And he goes from a broke, confused, struggling person out of college to someone who follows his passion, who doesn't really chase the money, but chases the passion and the dream of loving track and athletes and wanting to make a better shoe and really dominate and take over from Adidas and other competitors. So I think you guys will enjoy that. Definitely check it out. You won't be sad that you did, and I'll leave a lot of the surprises to yourself. But I want to read not the last, but 2 of the later pages of the book to you that really struck a chord with me. And if you're an entrepreneur or looking into that, it might strike one with you. Phil's words: God, how I wish I could relive the whole thing. Short of that, I'd like to share the experience, the ups and downs, and so that some young man or woman somewhere going through the same trials, ordeals, might be inspired or comforted or warned. Some young entrepreneur, maybe some athlete or painter or novelist, might press on. It's all the same drive, the same dream. It would be nice to help them avoid the typical discouragements. I'd tell them to hit pause, think long and hard about what they want to spend their time and with whom they want to spend it for the next 40 years. I'd tell men and women in their mid-20s not to settle for a job or a profession or even a career. Seek a calling. Even if you don't know what that means, seek it. If you're following your calling, the fatigue will be easier to bear. The disappointments will be fuel. The highs will be like nothing ever felt. I'd like to warn the best of them, the ironclads, the innovators, the rebels, that they will always have a bullseye on their back. The better they get, the bigger the bullseye. It's not one man's opinion, it's the law of nature. I'd like to remind them that America isn't entrepreneurial Shangri-La people think. Free enterprise always irritates the kinds of trolls who live to block, to thwart, to say no, sorry, no. It's always been this way. Entrepreneurs have always been outgunned and outnumbered. They've always fought uphill, and the hill has never been steeper. America is becoming less entrepreneurial, not more. A Harvard Business School study recently ranked all the countries of the world in terms of their entrepreneurial spirit. America ranks behind Peru. And those who urge entrepreneurs to never give up, charlatans. Sometimes you have to give up. Sometimes knowing when to give up, when to try something else, is genius. Giving up doesn't mean stopping. Don't ever stop. Luck plays a big role, yes. I'd like to publicly acknowledge the power of luck. Athletes get lucky, poets get lucky, businesses get lucky. Hard work is critical. A good team is essential. Brains and determination are invaluable. But luck may decide the outcome. Some people might not call it luck. They might call it Tao or Logos or Wana or Dharma or Spirit or God. Put it this way, the harder you work, the better your Tao. And since no one has ever adequately defined Tao, I now try to regularly to mass. I would tell them, have faith in yourself, but also have faith in faith. Not faith as others define it, faith as you define it. Faith as faith defines itself in your heart. No better advice than that for the people I care about. Hope you guys take that to heart. Go get the book, Shoe Dog. It's in the description below. I think you're going to be fascinated by it. And find out how this guy, somebody, or a nobody really, from the middle of nowhere, Oregon, 50, 60 years ago, had a passion, had an idea, followed it, and built one of the biggest companies in the world, become one of the richest person in the world, and someone who can give back to causes that he cares about, has a bucket list that's very minimal because he's pretty much done what he really wants to do. If you guys have interest in learning that, check it out and join me in the pursuit of greatness.